What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we're going to take a look at the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Revisit version. I reviewed this maybe 6 years ago, and it's time to take a fresh look at this with new technology, camera, 4K, and also because the movie is just around the corner, so it's a great time to revisit this. But before I continue, I want to thank my members of the channel for continually to support this channel. Really appreciate that from you guys. And also, if you want to pre-order any Hot Toys, just buy any Hot Toys. I normally buy them at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. $4 shipping, double box the item. You can then put them on your pile of loot. So with that being said, let's take a look at this guy. This is the accessories. Not much. You saw the hands earlier. They're made out of like a weird, no pegs, mostly magnet. And you see a jacket in here, or a vest. Kind of like reminds you of the Marty McFly one. You can zip it up if you want to, but you got a beanie hat as well. You got this JanSport backpack, totally 2000s or 90s, if you may. And you get that bullhorn slash, megaphone. Very scene specific. If it was me, I didn't want this. Like just make it, make the figure a bit cheaper and not include these things. But hey, it's there. And then you got the Spider-Man base that is massive, and if you get the exclusive edition from Sideshow, you get like another cardboard box to put on top of it, and the plutonium something. Not that big of a deal, honestly. I wouldn't like go out of my way, because right now I'm putting this out for people who might want to pick this up, in the secondary market. And let's take a look at the material here. So there's two types of material that they use. One is fabric and one is rubber. Thing though is that it's still pretty articulated. Back then when you got something rubber, you can barely move the figure, but this guy right here still maintains all that movement and whatnot. However, I like this design though. I always like this design. The body is a bit of a suspect. Back then it's not really muscular, it's not skinny. It's a lot better now. Which towards the end of the video, I'm going to compare this to the upgraded suit, and you can see the difference. Going down here, aesthetically, it looks nice. Yes, we would love the split cut boot, but you can see you can't see any seams. Now, there's still ankle articulation, which I would show later on, but aesthetically, everything's nice from the wrist pegs being hidden. Now, I get it. There's a cut within the seam on the, I would say, knuckles of this figure, but you can see right here it looks so seamless, and I didn't even take the time to, because you could really put that in and secure it, and it looks seamless. But it looks nice. Everything looks nice. Like his mask goes all the way to the neck, right? We've seen that before, and I feel like the cut that they made here, they could made it a little bit more subtle, but they did that so you could kind of interchange it with the head sculpt for the Amazing Spider-Man 1, which I already sold years ago. I wish I would have kept it, because I sold it for $150. I couldn't get rid of that back in the day. I couldn't get rid of this a few months back, maybe a year ago. So I decided to just keep it, and now I think it's like sought after now, because I saw the prices on eBay just jacking up again. And as far as the head sculpt, it looks great for its time. As you can see, it's a little narrower. Wish it would have been a little bit more rounder. Now you can clearly see there's a stitching on top of the forehead, which they went away with. They put it on the back now, which is great. He also got some stitching underneath the chin, which again they kind of hide now. So technology has greatly improved. The eyes are wonderful in this one. You can kind of see the honeycomb pattern inside of those eyes. One thing that you would notice though is that like the patterns are nice. It's neat, coming up and down, from the top of the head all the way down to his kind of like spine out there, and it's one piece all the way down to the neck. So I think that's accurate on how Spider-Man puts his mask on. His mask doesn't end in his jawline, all the way down to his neck. So you can see the seam down there, which is again accurate. Now, the black part that you see in the forehead right there is the glue that they used. You could buy a brand new sealed, Amazing Spider-Man 2, and it might have this. It's just the glue aging. This is actually one of the better ones because it's not that prominent. I've seen ones that are really worse, and not only on the top of the forehead, I see it blotching. There's some black blotches all over the figure, on the face, body, arms. I don't know what that is, but it is present. So just bear that in mind. Again, you could buy a brand new sealed of this, and that problem might exist. So at this point, I think it's better to buy something like this, which is open, and be transparent on what you are getting. You know, you see this and wow, okay, you got that. It's not that bad. I can live with that. Cool. Going to the articulation, you can see the head moving up so far out there. Arms, no problem whatsoever. Again, this is the body type. I'm not a biggest fan of it, but you know, I guess it's accurate to what Andrew Garfield is. You see the arms bending, you know, pretty deep back there. You know, ab crunch as well. The legs, even because of the rubber suit, you can see it still can kick pretty far. No ankle split there, but there is ankle articulation. It's just that, you know, it's a bit challenging compared to what we do have now. I do love that wrist. And the problem is that you transition from the wrist to like plastic. I wish they were like wrapped with fabric as well, so it just looks so seamless once they do that. But from afar, you won't even recognize that they're plastic. This is, you know, all fabric in here. You can see there's some ankle movements. You could use them. No toe articulation though, but that is just advancement of, you know, technology here. Let's go to posing. Man, I love this gargoyle. I'm telling you, man, if you haven't jumped into this, I'm gonna put the link down below for this. Again, I said it, it's a bit pricey, but it just works perfectly for figures like Spider-Man, him standing on top of, you know, this gargoyles and whatnot, which he normally does. I wish he could do that squatting pose though. But yeah, you can see him here. It's rating. Again, the body type doesn't impose that, you know, heroic stance, the chest puffing out or big shoulders, but it still has a nice presence if you are a Spider-Man collector. Now, would we see a reissue of this, or not even a reissue, an updated version? It's been 6 years. I firmly believe so. So if you could wait, my personal opinion, if you could wait, I would hold off on buying this guy. And the thing is, if they announce that, how long would that be? Assuming, this is all rumors now, assuming that they are going to come out of that movie, No Way Home, you're looking at a minimum 2023. Granting we're almost at 2022 by the time of this video. The turnaround for Hot Toys for these guys is typically a year, if not more. I understand there's some exceptions like that Killmonger suit by Spider. I don't know the name of that suit, but it came out early. But again, that is almost like the upgraded suit with a different color. If they do come out with this, assuming that they do, they're gonna come out with a new updated head sculpt of Andrew Garfield. They can't use the same one. New body, probably, you know, new design and everything. So a minimum of a year here, at most a year. So if you can't wait, let's say you can't wait, you want to pick this particular figure now. He's going for $350 on eBay. Maybe you can get it for under $350, maybe $299. You know, I'll scour the at the time of this video, at least, you know, the sold price. Is it worth that price? I knowing that it's looming around the corner, if I didn't have this, I personally wouldn't pay for that much. Maybe the most I would pay is around $250 shipped. Now that might be a little bit impossible at this point. So maybe $300 the most shipped. As you can see here, standing right next to the other Spider-Mans. Is it worth that much? It depends to you. To me, if I'd never had this, I probably wouldn't pay that much. I'm not gonna lie. However, I do have this. I'm happy about this. Almost sold this. I couldn't get rid of this back in the day for $250, but now we have this here. He's posable, got decent amount of accessories. There's some issues though. It's not a perfect figure. There's some issues that if you buy this now, even sealed, you're putting that risk. So I don't recommend you looking for a sealed version of this. Look at the condition. If it's acceptable to you, go ahead and grab it if you really want this particular figure. Other than that, I would just wait. Or if you really have a Spider-Man itch, there's a gazillion Spider-Man out there, brand new, that you can purchase right off the bat that could satisfy. I mean, if you have all of them, more power to you. If this is the only one that you're missing, I'm sorry, I guess you have to fork out with this, because there's another. If they don't release this for No Way Home, right? Maybe they'll release this for the video game version, maybe without the head sculpt of Andrew Garfield. But this one does not have the head sculpt either. So you have two chances here to get this suit if you really want this suit, right? So Just bear that in mind. Thank you for watching, guys. Again, thank you to my members to continuing to support this channel. Head over to Big Bad if you're like trying to look for any Hot Toys figures, diorama, and all that stuff. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. And I'll see you in the next video.